being in this industry is a very common topic that you hear, and a lot of organizations like to say that they implement it, but my realization over the years of being involved in Kirkpatrick is that often the majority of organizations only really ever do level 1 and 2. Even from a consultancy point of view, the way or I would ever approach using any kind of metrics or measurement is starting really by I design the program based on what the needs are that I'm receiving from the training director or HR director within the organization. And then I create a happy sheet and design a program with maybe a pre and post assessment. After having done Partners New World Kirkpatrick Model program, there is a much bigger emphasis on the level 3 and 4, which is really understanding the bigger picture. How can I support organizations in a way that provides value or organizational value at the bigger level, right? And that by doing that is really by understanding, what are the strategic objectives of the organization? What are the leading indicators of that organization? How can I align that to, the training and needs analysis that's happening, and concurrently making sure that they're reinforced with the right kind of design that actually is helping those final metrics at the other side. So one thing about the New World Kirkpatrick Model program that I really enjoyed and appreciated was understanding it from the kind of new way of thinking, which is first focus on level 4, which is your results, then your level 3, which is your behaviors and the reinforcement that you create around those behaviors, then taking it into the level 2, which is much more the knowledge, skill set, confidence, commitment, and finally level 1, which is more the kind of satisfaction or kind of happy sheet, as we would say, from a program point of view. So having learned it that way around was very useful. But also what I really appreciated was within the 2-day course that we took, there was a huge amount of practice, a lot of case studies that we were discussing, referring back to. The course material was very robust and very easy to follow. So it was almost kind of a practical tool that you can then take back to your organization, or from a consultancy point of view, help other organizations build their own learning and development strategy so that it actually shows return on expectation. Great benefits I've received since getting certified for the Kirkpatrick Bronze level certification was, of course, the certification itself, and then receiving endorsement or certification on my LinkedIn account from the Kirkpatrick's Partners LinkedIn directly. We have a book that was given to us after the second day of the program, which includes, a full explanation on the 4 levels, but also about 5 or 6 great case studies that you could use when going back to doing the implementation on your own organization. The other couple of things that were very helpful, I think, were the Kirkpatrick partners continue to provide you with newsletters, articles, access to information for a year after doing the program. I have access to the trainer, so in this case she was able to coach me through quite a lot of the challenges I had when I went back to trying to implement it. And I would probably say one of the also great things is there is a lot of like-minded HR professionals, learning and development professionals, consultants working in a very similar field, coaches who were on the program, and we've built a fantastic network since being on the program itself. So yes, I've definitely had the opportunity to put this into practice. I've been working with a financial institution in Dubai, helping them put together their learning and development strategy for this year and for next year. And I brought in the kind of practical approach as well as the tools that I learned during the 2-course training that we did at Kaplan to go through it with the chief HR within the financial institute and the CEO. So the discussions around their strategic objectives, their leading indicators, what exactly are they trying to measure, how they will plan to measure it, and then eventually linking it down to okay, well, what behaviors and skill sets do you actually need for people to be able to achieve these measurements, which eventually helped us actually design the learning outcomes and the program, the full instructional program design. And from there, we actually implemented a 2-day customer experience workshop, which had fantastic reviews. And of course, we still were able to do the level 1, potentially a lot better than I've done ever before, because we had thought about all these things. And again, used a lot of the case studies and the tools that I learned during the 2-day program and post the program through the work I had to put together to get my certification. I really enjoyed working with the trainer, particularly because she actually gave us a lot of freedom to go off and think about things and relate it back to our working experiences, but also her stories, her own personal experiences, and the experiences she was able to bring in from Jim Kirkpatrick himself, since she's worked a lot with him, to the course itself, gave it a bit more credibility and value. I felt like it really did have the impact that you would hope to or desire to have within your own organizations, having known that all these other organizations have done it successfully in the past.